Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour did have a bit of a wick down yesterday, but that was brought back up pretty quickly, and we are again still at the underside of this important resistance level around the $20,000 $20,000 level. So yeah, good to see. It's good to see we are still testing this. The more times we test it, obviously the greater chance we've got of breaking above, and what we don't want is to be down this $18,500 level, because obviously similarly the more times we test that, the higher the likelihood of us breaking down. But yeah, at the moment at resistance, so let's see if we've got a chance of breaking through this time. Finance 1.0 markets will have the answer for us. S&P, which is basically just these are moving off the same drivers, so S&P at resistance as well, as you can see, so it needs to get through here and then through this recent high here. But where the action is clearly, as we can see here in the DXY, we drew these two lines, and if we broke above here, then yes, it was going to be more pain. If we broke below this level, then it was potentially going to be look good for us. So we did break below. We are now looking to back test. If we back test this old support as new resistance, get rejected, and then do our paycheck move, yeah, we could actually see us losing the 110. 110 bit puncher. Yeah, we could see us getting into a 110 handle, and then maybe even losing that over time. So yeah, we could be in a bit of reversal here. I mean, the whole world's central banks are going to have been screaming at the Fed to basically do something about this, and not just like the usual suspects, like just the usual. And then in emerging markets, it will be Japan, it will be the UK, Europe as well. So yeah, this can't continue. But obviously, if we do break back above here, continue up, I mean, it certainly will be. But I just don't know how many friends the US will have. If it is to allow this to happen, whilst it is basically stirring trouble around the whole world as well, again, for not just emerging economies, but literally for Europe. So yeah, 10-year also having a move down. It is at this recent low we've got here. So if we do take this out, which we're looking we may do, then yeah, more continuation lower. Clearly we've got support level down here, which we will draw in, support level, which is at a 3.5, a nice-ish round number, 3.5% level. And then we'll see what happens if we get through there. We won't get too optimistic or punchy at the moment, but yeah, if we can break down from here, 3.5 is clearly a target, and all of this should be relatively good for risk assets. I know the irony of saying a rally in bonds is good for risk assets, but we pretty much know bonds and risk assets are now correlated, both selling off together and both rallying together. That's just the world we live in now, isn't it? But yeah, oil back above the $80. Yeah, still clearly in a very well defined downtrend though, and below resistance levels. So yeah, I mean, could it trade higher? It could. Could it break? Could it reverse this whole downtrend? Obviously it could at some point, but is it likely to? Well, the trend is your friend, so this is likely to be an area. Maybe we test up into this resistance, but maybe we just trade sideways and ultimately potentially come down lower. Gold catching a little bit of a bid, as we can see, back above this 1680, 1690 level. Then yeah, we could see a decent move to the upside. But however, again, still at the moment, at present, whilst it's testing the upside of the downward, the downtrend, it is still clearly in a downtrend, so it's got the work to do. The ball is in their court, much as the same it is for lots of these markets. Ethereum, Satoshi pairing, literally doing nothing. USD pairing, not doing a lot either. Obviously it's just moving with Bitcoin. I mean, obviously if the Satoshi pairing's not moving, then Ethereum's just moving the same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance, just still hovering below this resistance. I mean, are we to have a resumption in risk off, a break upwards in the dollar and yields, and then Bitcoin basically, crypto sell off and underperform Bitcoin the rest of crypto underperform the sell-off that Bitcoin then does, wait, overperforms that sell-off, i.e. underperforms it price-wise, and therefore this Bitcoin dominance smash through this level and continue on upwards. Yeah, that could happen. Or the flip side, are we potentially at the signs of pivots in central banks? Certainly Japan with actual currency market intervention, the UK with actual bond market intervention in QE again. Are we about to see the dominoes start to fall, and is the market going to start pricing that in? And we are basically at the start of risk on again. Yeah, we shall have to see. Quick look at stochastics. 4 hour looking good for more upside here. 12 hour looking to turn back up here. Daily moving up very nicely here, getting into the bullish half, so that is good to see. Buy daily moving up here as well. 3 day looking to turn up here. Same with the 5 day. Same with the weekly as well. And then obviously bi-weekly down and monthly down. We will have a new monthly close at the end of today. That's correct, yes. So we could get an even more loss of this downward momentum, so that would be good to see in the monthly as well. So I mean, overall we could be seeing, I mean, if you look at the monthly, it's not the most bearish chart, is it? It just looks like one of the normal sort of pullbacks. But overall, yeah, we could be getting close, not necessarily today, tomorrow, maybe even not next week, but we could be getting relatively close to a decent move to the upside in risk assets. And obviously we know crypto being highly volatile could obviously then give us massive gains potentially, but we'll have to see. So yeah, remember that it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.